So ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, just announced one of the biggest hiring packages I have ever seen for a federal agency, and it's all thanks to Trump's new one big terrible bill. This package, it's completely stacked. I mean, we're talking $50,000 signing bonuses. Yes, $50,000 just to sign up, student loan repayment and forgiveness, a 25% pay bump for certain agents, overtime pay for deportation officers, and boosted retirement benefits. They are openly calling it a robust package of federal law enforcement incentives. The translation is they're trying to flood ICE with new recruits and they're willing to pay big to do it. Now, I want you to think about something, okay? Every time we talk about making school meals free for all kids in America, right? The question is, but how are we going to pay for that? When we bring up universal health care for children in this country, the answer is that's just too expensive. When teachers beg for a raise or for student loan forgiveness, like this package here offers, we're told it's not in the budget. When nurses, who literally kept this country afloat during a pandemic, asked for the same debt relief ICE agents are getting in this package, the money magically disappears. But when it comes to ramping up immigration enforcement, there's a blank check. Not just for salaries, but for giant bonuses too, loan forgiveness and lifetime perks. And I think that says everything about where our national priorities really are, because we can afford to hand out $50,000 to someone on day one of their job at ICE, but we can't afford to make sure a first grader gets lunch without filling out paperwork. We can afford overtime pay and enhanced retirement for deportation officers, but we can't afford to pay teachers enough to stay in the classroom. We can afford to forgive loans for people whose job it is to detain and deport immigrants, but not for nurses who save lives every day in underfunded hospitals. This is the part of politics people don't like to talk about because it's not just about money. It's about values. It's about who gets rewarded and who gets ignored. Okay. And right now, the message is clear. If your job is to remove immigrants from the country, you are a top priority. But if your job is to educate kids, heal the sick, or make sure people can eat, you are an afterthought. By what metric are these priorities making America great again? Because the next time you hear politicians say we can't afford it, remember what they really mean is we don't want to afford it because the money is always there for the things that they actually care about.